Welcome to the AfterBuzz with everyone but Brandon Coates.
We miss you, Brandon.
Yeah.
Kind of.
He's
Get
on
off
vacation.
your cell phone.
No, I'm actually posting this up right now. So.
That's actually a good idea. I should have done that.
All right, Nico, you're the host.
All right, welcome to the AfterBuzz, ladies and gentlemen.
Introduce your guests.
I am Nico. Today we have a very special edition. Mr. Brandon Coates, the normal host of the show, is not here, and thank God, because he is mean sometimes.
I don't think it's me.
Well, not to you. So, anyways, we have two very special guests, Ms. Farron Franzak, lovely news reader and overall wonderful personality. What station are you, an NBC affiliate?
It's on my shirt.
Oh, shoot, it's on her shirt.
Look at her boobs, Nico.
Well, I was trying to be a gentleman.
News Channel 9.
Okay, News Channel 9, and it's the evening broadcast, right?
Evening broadcast.
There you go.
5, 6, and 10.
5, 6, and 10. That's a lot of shows.
Who's this guy?
Who's the giant?
Who's this
here?
guy?
Well, I feel like this guy doesn't even know my name. He's sitting there going, I'm Farron Franzak, news gentleman.
Well, Farron has a lot of credits. So, also to my left, we have Mr. David Rodriguez.
There you are.
I don't know your credits.
What? Seriously?
I know you work out.
No, 6-time heavyweight champion.
6-time heavyweight champion boxer.
Yep. And starting now my own podcast and studio and media channel.
Podcast, media channel, and everything. Also, you do a little journalism on the side too, right?
That's what it is. It's called Borderline Alternative Media, and we were covering everything political to, anything that goes to political, society, the social, all the things that are happening today.
On the border, which is where
No. We expanded.
Oh, cool.
We might even change the name, but right now we're using Borderline Alternative Media. We might go with. I have Joe Biggs. We're working with.
Joe Biggs is also a journalist, and he still works for.
He's a little more extreme than I am, though.
Infowars,
Extreme
Alex
journalism,
Jones.
Yeah, he's a little bit more extreme than I am, but I always tell everybody I have more of a liberal mindset. I just agree with Trump's policies. I'm against globalism, and that's the only thing.
Okay.
So I'm not a what you would call a defined Republican or Democrat. I'm somewhere in the middle. But yeah, I'm in the middle. But I agree with Trump's policies and what he's doing to stop.
It sounds like politics is important in your life.
It is. I mean, I'm against globalism. I'm against the elite cabal. You know, Soros and those numbnuts.
I have a lot to say about this.
We're
not going to do that right
Well, I was
now.
going to say, we can
I'm
save it
ready
for the
anytime.
end.
I actually really brought David in. Actually, Farron brought David in, but we were.
No, I'm really regretting this.
No. It's because I didn't want to take credit for Farron's.
Well, no, because so
Farron's
David and I, we've been friends for a while since I moved here, basically. And what got
It's
us
okay,
to
just
become-
go along with what I have to say, all right?
All right, we have a lot to talk about, but like you are still a boxer. You also 6-time heavyweight. Heavyweight champion, and so you have a lot of boxing experience. And we have a very, I guess you'd call it a good fight, important fight. Would you call it like historic fight? Publicity stunt? Could be said.
it's a circus. It's never been
Floyd
done.
Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, August 26th.
Can we
on pay-per-view.
can we actually start with something off the bat really quick? David's actually the one that broke this on Twitter.
Yeah, I broke this fight.
2 days before it ever hit mainstream. So
That they were fighting?
Yeah.
I broke the
Oh,
fight.
wow.
And then we were getting slammed for it by ESPN, Fox, everybody. And the way it happened was it was really just a gamble with me because I have a friend I know Mayweather's camp.
Oh, okay.
And his trainer, Rafael Garcia, was my trainer. His cut man. So I have the inside scoop on everything. So I heard 2 days before the fight was going to happen that it's done.
That was signed and done with.
Yeah, but I didn't expect that. I was going to call Joe Biggs, my buddy, my business partner, and be like, hey, I told him, I go, hey, this fight's done, is what I'm hearing. He goes out and blasts it on Twitter. Fight is done, signed, everything's done. And I'm sitting there going, oh, crap.
No.
Like, oh, no,
news
man.
like
I
to
hope I'm
confirm our
right
sources.
because I don't know.
You kind of popped the lid.
Yeah, and then, but I didn't know he was going to go blast it that quick. And he did, and he put Source, Nino Boxer. And I'm sitting there going, oh, man. But for 2 days we were getting slammed. I'm like, oh, my God.
Well, how did the guy, the trainer, the cut man, feel about that?
He was like, no. He's like, I call me abuelo. He's like my grandfather. We're very close to him. He goes, no, David, it's okay. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So I was like, yeah, but when's he gonna announce it, man? I can't. This sucks, dude.
Oh, that's really crazy.
And then 2 days later they announced it, man. But then Floyd was. I guess they heard that we broke it first because we got 10.5 million retweets.
Oh damn!
Yeah, 10.5 million retweets, and I was like, oh my gosh, and Michael Jordan, everyone was talking about it from us.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then boom, dude. Like,
wait, so all right, so I know that there was a big build-up for a long time about this, right? Like there had been, I guess, offers made or like people wanted to see the fight happen. How did it get started? Actually, how did they decide to take somebody from the UFC to fight somebody that's a boxer?
Because the way Mayweather looks at it, he calls his side the A side, and he calls everybody else the B side. So you're either going to go on Mayweather's terms or you're not fighting him. Okay. Right? He gets to declare what ounce gloves, the size of the ring, everything. He just calls all the shots. And if you don't go by his rules, you're not fighting him. You're not going to make the big money. He also didn't want to pay McGregor what he felt he was worth. So let's say McGregor made $3 million his last fight. Mayweather's like, okay, well, I'll give you $6 million. I'll just double it because there's no need for you. Can't make the money I make.
Oh, so instead of actually making it according to his popularity, he just made it like a standard.
Right. He was just like, listen, it's business, and if I made $300 million my last fight. That's what I want to make this. But
why did everybody want to see these two fights to begin with?
Because they're two big personalities. You got Conor McGregor, who's the biggest superstar in MMA, and you got Mayweather, who is the undefeated boxer and they're always pitting boxing against MMA. And so now you got the fight of all fights. Now you got
and it's an unfair comparison. MMA is mixed martial arts. You can use everything, and boxing.
But Conor keeps talking about how he can whoop Mayweather, right? So he knows
He talks like a leprechaun.
I know.
He sounds like he's all green and potato inside.
But it's honestly it's true, man. But you got to see that. You got to understand that he is pushing this fight because it's going to be his biggest payday ever. He's probably going to make $70 million.
That's big.
Off this fight. McGregor. Yeah.
Well, so Mayweather's already made $100 million from a fight, right?
Way past that.
$300
million. When he bought Pacquiao, I think it was $300 million. Is what he.
Okay, well, that is crazy.
It's insane.
But he now owes so much to the IRS that last night I was watching when they were meeting up with each other, McGregor and Mayweather. Yeah. McGregor kept saying he was
tracksuit.
Yeah, you're in a tracksuit, man.
Yeah, to me it's like.
Yeah, and then he said he was a tax man. Like, I'm the tax man. I'm gonna come take your taxes away from you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to tell you what I think about this. It's definitely a spectacle. It's definitely never been done before. So everybody wants to see this. I'm going to tune in because I don't know what to expect. I mean, I know for a fact Conor only has 3 to 4 rounds max.
You're saying he doesn't have the endurance?
Fuck, hell no. No way. No, boxing is a way different sport. It's a different gear.
Okay.
In MMA, and I'll go to my deathbed saying this, I know that I've been fighting my whole life. You have different options to get out of the fight. So if you're getting hit, you can grab a guy, take him down, and rest, or put him in a hold. Boxing, there's nowhere to hide. Yeah. You're getting hit, you're getting knocked out.
Yeah,
there's nowhere to go.
I was just reading,
and it's a different pace.
49-0. That is Mayweather's record.
Yeah, 49-0.
This would be 37-0.
I was 36-0, and I'm 37-2, 35 knockouts.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I did well.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I'm getting an applause, but
yeah, a little applause break.
There's silent applause from YouTube too.
Yeah,
so, you know.
And I guess half of Mayweather's fights have been knockouts as well.
No, he's really lost his power the last 20 years because he learned to be so defensive that now it's just like he's kind of like, I say, conned everybody into his fighting style. Like judges and the commission and everyone, I feel he has everyone on the payroll. And basically he goes in there, if it was in the 80s or 90s, he'd get points deducted for his style of fighting.
Of bouncing around.
Yeah, and just moving and making the guy miss and tagging him every now. Points back in the day, judges used to take away points for that shit.
Okay, because they wanted to see you actually
They wanted to see you commit and engage. It's called championship heart. They want to see the champion show his heart. And he never does. So what we're going to see with Conor is, he has nothing to lose. He's going to go in there he's not going, listen, if it goes past 4 rounds, that's Mayweather's ass. He's going to get him. Mayweather's going to get in that and just ruin the guy.
So you're saying McGregor has to take it in the first 4?
He's got to. That's all he knows.
So, okay.
He's going to get figured out really quick by Mayweather.
Let me tell you this. You play McGregor. I'm going to play Mayweather.
Okay.
And what are you going to do to fight me?
I have nothing to lose. He's never been in a boxing match.
You would have to beat Mayweather.
No, here's the thing.
Well, I want to know how McGregor. I want to know how you think McGregor's going to approach it.
He has nothing to lose.
Are you dancing? Like
no, I was bobbing and weaving.
White boy dancing.
I'm like, if he fights like that, it's going to be over really quick.
This is fight break dancing.
Well, this is what we were talking about this on Sunday, because my big question was, what's more of a statement in boxing? Is it where Mayweather...
None of this is good. None of this is good.
Besides that, but my question for David was, on fight night, is it one thing for Mayweather to kind of have him dance for 12 rounds and then they're like, oh yeah, did you think you could do this? And then like finally knock him out, like to kind of tire him out and like have him go through all this energy.
He's going to get tired in 4 rounds. You don't understand how stressful and
that's what
boxing is.
But then the other thing
was,
does he knock him out the first round?
He has to get him out.
But that's why I'm asking, if you're McGregor, you know you have to do that, right?
McGregor has nothing to lose, but everything to gain on this fight.
What if Mayweather just keeps moving around? How are you going to corner him?
He's not going to outbox Mayweather. Don't even think about that. He's not going to outbox Mayweather. What he has to do is go in relentless and crazy for 4 rounds like he does and land a big shot. If he doesn't land it in the first 4 rounds, Mayweather's
one punch. That's all it's going to come down to.
He has to do it. He has to do it for, and it can happen because Mayweather's fighting a guy who has absolutely nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's going in there with just everything to gain. He showed up. He just has to show up. Mayweather has everything to lose. This is a very dangerous fight for Mayweather and a very dangerous fight for the state of boxing. The big fight that's coming up is Triple G versus Canelo. Now, that's a fight I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
But this fight is a circus match, and it has the reputation of boxing and MMA on the line. This fight can potentially put MMA ahead of boxing and make boxing have a black eye for the rest of the sport's life.
Wow.
So this is a defining moment for
both sports.
Both sports, yeah. So right now, if Mayweather can't get him out in 8 or 9 or 10 rounds, he has to get him out in the... Both fighters have to take each other out within 5 to make a statement. If Mayweather plays with this guy and goes 12 rounds, it's going to look horrible on boxing and on Mayweather.
And people are going to be calling him like the lamest win ever.
Dude, Mayweather has single-handedly, and I don't give a shit how much money he makes, I'm just going to tell you the truth. He has single-handedly, and I'm going to say this is straight from me, pissed on the sport of boxing and ruined it. He is the worst thing to ever happen to boxing.
Well, my question is, though, is you said...
And now that he's doing this, he's really putting it on the line, and it's all for money, dude. He's just a greedy, money-hungry dude, man.
Well, the thing is if you're saying... Because I don't really know boxing that well, other than seeing your fights, but, like... And, I mean, he's taken out somebody in 19 seconds. Like, that's the quickest... What was it, like, one of the records?
Yeah, it's a top five record.
If Mayweather isn't much of a hitter, isn't it kind of... It could be McGregor.
Right.
That's what I
got to give the brilliance of this to Dana White, because Dana White's very brilliant.
Oh my God,
he's able to like take a fat James Toney, not a prime James Toney or not a prime boxer, put him in the octagon and have him lose against Randy Couture. He would never, ever put a prime boxer in the octagon. You are risking a lot with that. He's risking his whole franchise because boxers can fight. Now,
you think
Ray Mercer went in there and knocked out Tim Silva?
A pure boxer could go into the octagon and deadly skills or something?
Yeah, and I'd give him a 70% chance to win. 70, maybe 80.
I'm thinking
of like to the ground. Yeah,
I'm thinking of like Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys like Jones that could just use their legs and stuff.
No, I'm telling you, a boxer has such good ring generalship. They understand defense. They understand their reactions. Their reflexes are so on point. They can crack a dude like that. I mean, look at Ray Mercer, a 50-year-old went in against Tim Silva and knocked him out cold. When they saw that, I know Jeremy Williams was trying to fight in the MMA. I know a lot of boxers that was trying to fight in the MMA, and Dana White was saying no. We don't want to risk that.
All right, Scott, what do you got?
So David B on the chat wants to know
David B.
what David R thinks of the other heavyweights out there.
I think the best heavyweight right now is Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and Tyson Fury. Those 3 are going to carry the heavyweight crown. I mean, the best Anthony Joshua, but I think that the 3 big mega fights we're going to see is Deontay Wilder against Tyson Fury against Anthony Joshua against Deontay Wilder. Those 3 heavyweights are going to carry the sport.
Okay, Scott.
Nico needs a tan on his legs. That's according from Dead Side here.
You do.
Guys, I need way more than just a tan on my legs. I need like a solar gun or something.
So then my question is if by the grace of God, McGregor wins.
By the grace of Grayskull.
By the grace,
it can happen.
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, just
this is scary. This is a freaky
the way
situation.
the way that I'm looking at this is, if you're saying that McGregor is not that much of a hit, or I'm not, Mayweather's not that much of a hitter, and you've got McGregor that's literally, like you said, nothing to lose, and he's just going to go in there probably and just try to pound the crap out of him.
Yeah.
And if this guy's not used to getting hit, I mean, like you said, this
Mayweather's used to get hit. Mayweather has a hell of a chin.
Does he?
Oh yeah, dude.
But
That guy's been
here's
hit
the
by
thing,
the
though,
best.
is
I guarantee you, McGregor cannot hit like Shane Mosley or De La Hoya. Okay, I promise you that. And he's been hit by both those guys. Okay, but also Mayweather's older now. Mayweather's 41. He's an old man now. He's like me. You don't just jump in there and do this shit, man. You know, so that's the age factor is big to me. Your reflexes aren't.
You're
the
not
same.
41.
I'm 40. I'm gonna be 40.
You don't look a day over 39.
That's what they call him El Nino.
No, but
Anyway, this actually brings me to a point about punching power. So McGregor's at least 4 inches taller than
yeah, he's a
Mayweather.
bigger man.
So I think his arm reach is like 74 inches.
That doesn't matter. It
But
doesn't matter.
okay, so if you say it's coming down to one punch, who has the better knockout power?
You want me to be very honest?
Brutally honest, yeah. It comes
Mayweather
down.
by far.
Here,
Mayweather,
guys.
I guarantee you, he's as polished. He knows how. I know. I've seen him box in the ring, man. I've seen him in his training
So
camp.
he actually has more power in that arm.
His jab. He's not champion by mistake.
That's
His jab alone is stronger than Conor McGregor's right hand. I'm telling you right now, the way Mayweather punches is on point, is precise. He is a technician. It's like science. This guy can punch. Trust me.
Everything will
When he hits McGregor.
Point Scott.
Orlando wants to know, does El Paso have any up-and-coming world champion boxers?
I don't know of any right now. It seems like we've all gotten into trouble. It seems like we can't stay out of trouble. So I don't. You know, I since I retired from boxing, I haven't really been in the scene too much. But boxing is even MMA. The commission's making it so hard to put on shows every month. And they're just a pain in the ass, so you're not seeing much talent.
Is it a state commission or
it's a state commission. Every state has their own commissions, and the Texas commission they suck. Okay. They just make everything so difficult, even for a promoter to put on a show. There's fines, there's fees.
Are they trying to make the most money out of it? Like they're
and they're just ruining it for themselves because there's just people aren't putting on shows anymore.
El Paso used to have a lot of good boxing.
Yeah,
right?
they used to have shows all the time. In every city, there used to be boxing shows. So sorry about that. So I was quick to get
pro. Yeah, like downtown, there's like a mural. Have you seen that with all the boxers on it?
Yeah. I think the last best fighter that came out here besides me was Lascano. I think Ernie Lascano and myself were the two big names.
You ever fight him?
And Escalante. No, they're little guys. They're little guys. I mean, I'm heavyweight. They're like 140.
All right, David, grab that green cloth there. Let's put that over Nico's legs.
No. I actually wanted. People have to force. I'm going to force you to look at this.
Oh, he's rolling them up.
Damn, they are shiny.
Wow, mother of Christ. Okay.
They're reflective.
Brady says, "Hey, Farron, what's on your mind?"
Yeah, it's been a lot of boxing talk. I know. Farron.
No, but it's actually interesting. We had a big conversation about this on Sunday because I remember my brothers used to watch boxing a lot when I was younger, and I had a lot of friends that were. My high school in Chicago was a huge wrestling high school, and a lot of my friends that were state champions, team, state, individual, all that, they went on to do MMA because that's kind of, I guess, the only way like professional wrestling can kind of survive is to
get
MMA.
in the mix. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is when I watch MMA versus boxing. I mean, I remember watching it when I was little with my brothers, and I remember it being a really cool sport and just seeing, the body movements and stuff, because I was a dancer by trade. MMA just looks like monkey moves, like where they're grabbing onto each other.
Whoa.
No. I mean, like where they the one guy's like hanging on to him, and he's got like his legs wrapped around him and stuff. It just looks odd to me.
Well, no, but it's a real fight. I mean, okay.
I didn't grow up with it though. That's why.
No, but MMA is when you get in a fight on the street, like me, I always throw the first punch or it ends quick. But if you get in a fight and a tussle with somebody, they're going to try to bring you down, depending on what they're best at in martial arts. If it's wrestling, the guy's going to try to use his wrestling moves on you. Mm-hmm. If it's boxing, the guy's going to try to use his boxing moves on you. So it's who masters the best fighting skill.
And there's a lot of skill in that too. Like a lot of people like to see just the punching of each other.
Yeah, they want to see brawls.
But when the grapples happen, like you're talking about the monkey moves, like there's actual like techniques to it.
Yeah,
like,
well, that
they're getting control over the body.
Yeah.
In a way that
there's
it's like making love, but not exactly.
Well, and I think that's why
guys balls in your face.
Yeah, a lot of balls.
Well, that's why I think it's just
you're manipulating the body into the way you want it to be. You gotta get top control so that doggy style isn't that bad.
I'll tell you, I respect it. I really do. Boxing has just been around a lot longer, and that's why there's such a great history, a fascinating history behind boxing. It's a grandfather of MMA. But you can't rule out boxing because it is the sweet science, and that's called the sweet science for a reason. And listen, when McGregor was talking yesterday, and he was like, I want to use 4-ounce gloves and this and that, and I'm sitting there listening to the guy, and I'm like, this guy has no idea how much harder you hit with 10-ounce gloves. When you wear 10-ounce gloves, that is a hell of a lot harder than 4-ounce gloves. The reason being is because when you're boxing, you wrap your hand like a cast. It's like a molded cast. And when you put those 10-ounce gloves on, it's really just 5 ounce on the front, 5 ounce on the back. 5 ounce on the back supports your wrist and makes it stable. So when you crack somebody, it's like a damn cast hitting.
Because the more
there's no cushion in that glove. It's hard leather.
It's physics.
If he doesn't understand that, when he feels Mayweather's first jab sting him in the mouth and rock his vertebrae and brain, he's gonna realize he's in hell.
I think he's gonna get a little uppity and think that
first couple rounds for sure.
Like McGregor's gonna think just because he's bigger that he's gonna have a little advantage, and that's not necessarily the case.
I think we're gonna see two things. Either McGregor comes out and upsets him with his tactic, right, and catches Mayweather and makes it an exciting fight for 2 rounds. After that, you're gonna see him get dog tired by the 3rd or 4th round. Mark my words, this is how it should go, and he's gonna get knocked out by the 5th or 7th round. McGregor out.
You think it's gonna go 7?
I think he'll quit on the stool by 7 or get knocked out before 7. Or, that's what should happen. What could happen, like I said before, is McGregor goes out there and lands a Hail Mary and cracks Mayweather, and it's over. Well, that could happen too.
That's what I was going to tell you. Like, I could fight Mayweather.
If you went out there with balls to the wall, anybody could just crack this guy.
I would last 1 round, probably like less than 1 round. Like, is there half a round?
A good 30 seconds.
A good 12 seconds at least.
Yeah, 12 seconds.
But I have one haymaker, and that's it.
Yeah, but it's like, you got to understand, this guy's so trained to see everything. He's like a marksman, bro. Like,
and he's already fought people like this before, right?
Oh, he's fought
these type of guys that think that they can just charge him and.
Yeah, I mean, Maidana was a hell of a lot stronger than McGregor and a lot wilder and had a lot more boxing ability than McGregor, and he beat Maidana. Well, controversially beat Maidana, but I think Maidana beat him.
So now boxing, there's a lot of politics in boxing. You've told me stories. A lot of people know that boxing.
It's dirty, man.
It's a dirty sport in and outside of the ring. Do you foresee anything as far as like maybe, hey, go to 12 rounds because it's going to be a spectacle? No, it's going to be a show.
No, because Mayweather really didn't want this fight in the first place. He's only doing it for the money and his ego. He wants to get to 50-0. He already bought the trademark 50-0. So he's very confident. and so
what is their chant for him? Like, like everybody was chanting something yesterday. I couldn't hear
someone's almost go.
Somebody's almost go.
Yeah, they're talking about Mayweather because McGregor's not undefeated. Only Mayweather is. So they're saying someone's almost go, which is Mayweather. And I'll tell you, like I watched the press conference is very entertaining. McGregor's very entertaining.
Super.
He's but this isn't the WWF. When he gets in the boxing and he starts getting peppered and touched, he's gonna realize like this is not like MMA. He's gonna start getting hit hard. Listen, every MMA guy that I've ever fought that crossed over to boxing, I knocked out so ridiculously fast. And they always told me after the fight, I've never been hit that hard in my life. I'm like, well, what do you expect, man?
Yeah, because boxing is technique. It's like practice, trained precision on how to just punch well.
Yeah, and those punches, it's like a guy like a Tiger Woods that goes and hits a golf ball. I could never go and use that, even big as strong as I am, I cannot hit that golf ball like Tiger Woods. Because it's technique. It's the same thing with like Andre Agassi. I can't go play tennis with Andre Agassi. He's got such awesome precision, the way he hits a ball, the way he maneuvers. I can't do it.
You can punch like a
but I know how to punch that way. So I'm telling you, I've watched McGregor in the gym, and I've watched Mayweather in the gym. Mayweather can punch. Conor, to me, looks stupid. Like the way he's fighting, that'd be my dream fight if a heavyweight fought like that. I mean, he backs off with his hands down, which Mayweather will just be like, bink, and catch him. I look what he's not doing, and that is, yeah, he's punching and he's moving everywhere, and people look at that and go, oh, wow, this guy's amazing. But I'm looking at him going, his hands are down there, his hands are down there, and that's how fighters are looking at it. They're looking at everything he's not doing. Oh, his feet are like that. Oh, he moved his waist this way. He moved his head that way. When he moved this way, he angled off in the wrong direction. He angles off in the wrong direction constantly. And trust me, Mayweather's looking at him going, laughing. This, you don't understand what fighters look at. Like when I look at a guy, I dissect them like a surgeon. And I go, boom, there, boom, there, boom, there. I got this guy. Let it go.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like too with MMA, it's a much more quicker fight versus like boxing. Like, and just seeing some of your fights, it seems like it's like okay, they're not punching that much, but you could, as you like kind of watch it more. Yeah, it's more you're watching the body movements, and you guys are watching each other and trying to figure out an opening.
High speed.
Versus MMA is just flailing.
Scott.
Bayrock wants to know if you could punch Nico to show the proper way to punch.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock the white off his legs.
Hang on, yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna have Nico get.
Only in my arm though.
I'm not gonna punch you.
No, just punch my arm.
No, because that'll hurt you still, and it'll probably dislocate your shoulder.
I have a really good arm.
He doesn't need this.
Just one punch.
Is that your mic arm? Don't hurt your mic arm.
My mic arm?
You really want to punch your arm?
Yeah.
Hard?
No.
Give me like medium. Let me see how hard medium.
Medium will kill you, dude.
No, give me soft.
Oh! That's soft.
Oh, that hurts so much.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, that was gonna be my arm, not my fucking head. All right, that one was good. You're left-handed?
Okay, so let's recap here. You've gotten slapped by Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
And now you've been punched by David
A
Rodriguez.
6-time heavyweight champion.
So it's time, everyone, to start sending in your request for who should beat the shit out of Nico.
No. First, we're gonna start a Kickstarter for my health insurance. Or
and that was extremely low. That was like 2%.
That
I thought I heard a rib crack.
You hurt my scapula. My scapula is broken.
Echoed.
Wow.
All right, that was pretty good. That's called good TV.
I can't believe I hit someone on the shoulder and still killed their brain cells.
Yeah, that's called good TV right there.
Now imagine that in your face.
I don't want to. That sounds like I would be out so bad. I would just want to cry. I would just roll up and say, "Don't do that again."
No, you'd wake up about fucking 2 years in a coma.
Yeah.
Although, okay, I was a fencer. Like that's a good sport. My martial arts training is fencing.
My uncle did that.
Oh really?
He always tried to meet. That's a great sport. Man.
I was a national champion.
No way.
Yeah.
Did you know Larry Aiken?
Aiken for some Larry.
Older guy. That was good. I just got it.
Wait for it.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, there it was. No, yeah, my uncle used to do that. He loved fencing.
Wait, Larry Aiken, was he part of Coons Blades?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just know he'd love to do it every day. He went to the wives. I guess
the Y. Yeah, I do remember Larry.
Yeah, he passed away, but he
Sorry.
No, but he.
Well, I was started when I was 7. I think that's when
That's a great sport.
I used to come home with welts all over my body. And my mom would say,
"It's a lot like boxing."
It is. It's a lot like boxing with one arm.
Yeah, but it's
like,
I'm great with one arm. Like,
how would that work? Let me ask you this, like fencing wise, like if I had how would that work against someone who's just like you're fencing? Like, do you need that type of sword to do it, or let's say you had a machete, can you still use the same type of? No, I'm being serious. Can you use the same kind of?
Well, the swords always seem kind of flimsy. Too.
Yeah, that's the sport fencing. So it would be like not the same. If I had a machete, I could still defend myself, but like I can parry.
Could you?
I could parry.
Because if someone came at you with a machete, like going in, can you use a?
I could parry, but
stick.
It wouldn't be the same. I wouldn't be like on guarding.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's more like the sword that he uses in Princess Bride.
Yes, Princess Bride, or Richie Rich, or The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan.
That's I'm very intrigued by fencing, honestly.
But I'm actually good with like boxers, except when they get their other arm, then I can't do anything.
I was for one arm.
One arm boxing. Was that your good arm or your bad arm?
This was my good arm, but he got my back, so it doesn't matter.
Imagine if those are kidneys or your liver.
Yeah. Oh my God! If that was my kidney punch, oh my God, I would be in so much pain right now. Scott, could you feel it?
Yeah, actually, it like the
room echoed.
Wave, the room echoed. It echoed around.
Everybody's butthole went like this.
Yeah. Nico did it to keep us entertained, said Dominic. What a sport.
Yeah, this is for you guys.
The chat is appreciative.
I actually came dressed, not expecting this. Like I came dressed in the worst nerdy way possible. Like I own camo shorts, guys, cargo shorts, and I don't have any cargo. Besides,
I'm surprised you actually asked to have him hit you though.
Me too. I was like, wow, I haven't disappointed.
I don't mind. I have a that one hurt, but like I have a like you're gonna see
just
me
like a little tap.
No, this is gonna be like the 5-second death punch or something, the 5-finger death punch. Like I'm just gonna fall down. Yeah, I'm gonna walk 5 steps and then just fall.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
Oh, my lord.
I was like, wow, someone wants me to hit him. I love it.
All right, so really quick, final prediction then, because we didn't ask like a final.
Like I said this is such a crazy, and this is the whole reason everyone's tuning in. Is this is a spectacle. Nobody really knows what to expect. It's never been done before.
So not even odds, like
the odds are for Mayweather, and I
but your thoughts on it though? What would you say?
Okay. 9 out of 10 times Mayweather should knock this guy out before 7. Knock him out.
Yeah.
Now.
What's everybody else's prediction? Scott, wait, what do you say first?
Oh shit.
I know.
You know, I mean, I gotta go with Mayweather though, because
it's his
Mayweather.
It's his sport.
All right.
Yeah.
You know.
Farron, what do you say?
Just because I want to stick with my Irish roots, I'm going to go McGregor.
McGregor, the Irish.
I will say, my favorite part of the press conference yesterday was the guy's like, "You're like a rabbit, you're the champion," and he's like, "I don't know what you said."
I saw that.
But I heard champion, and I like that.
I don't know
I
what
like
you
that.
said.
Yeah.
You said something about
He's like, "You're like a rabbit in the hole, and you're a champion." I don't know what you said.
Yeah, all right. So that
I want to see. I want, and it's not to like disrespect boxing at all, because I know that.
You just want to see like an upset.
Yeah.
I think.
No, it's true.
Are you an underdog? You pull for the underdog?
I wouldn't say that I'm an underdog, but I guess my whole view changed once David said that Mayweather's not much of a puncher, that he's more of like he dances
defensive
around, and I think that's one thing that people might need to see, where it's he's like you said, like you were a hitter. There was other boxers that were a hitter, like who was it? Tyson. They would actually. Like they had that champion heart.
They were also trying to get De La Hoya put a bid in for Canelo to fight McGregor. Oh. Now that would have been an ugly, horrific spectacle. Canelo would have massacred that guy.
Oh, really?
Canelo would have destroyed McGregor in 1 or 2 rounds. He would have knocked.
Because they're the same weight. They're the same.
Yeah, and not only that, but Canelo is a puncher, and he's oh my gosh, that guy.
It'd be 2 gingers fighting each other.
Yeah, but the thing
that's
is
hilarious.
They knew better than that. No, let's go for the Mayweather route, because if Canelo hits that guy, which would be quick, it's not just over like now that like in the fight. McGregor would never fight again.
Did you know Canelo's Mexican?
Yeah, he's an Irish Mexican actually.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah. So he's a redhead. He's more ginger than Connor.
So Bayrod, who started all this in the first place, says, "All right, Nico, try your haymaker on David now."
We're all thinking it's gonna look so funny.
Moving on.
Yeah, we all know what it would look like. Just imagine it bouncing off, and me kind of looking sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's one reason that I think it'd be cool to see an upset, just because the fact that he dances around and he doesn't have that champion heart and wanting to fight more.
No, but
I think it'd be interesting to see McGregor.
Yeah, I just want to upset.
I mean,
fuck Floyd.
No, listen, I don't really like either guy. They're both big mouths, and Mayweather's just so friggin' cocky. But I have to go for Mayweather. My mind is telling me. My heart's telling me Mayweather's going to do this.
My mind is telling me yes.
My body's
telling me McGregor.
Yes. That was the body saying
no. The mind is saying
no.
Yes, but the
body's saying no. Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, all right. So one more. I'm going to ask you one more question, then we'll wrap up the boxing portion of the show. But if you
that's the only portion.
Back in the day.
No, we got politics too.
Back in the day, in your prime, when you were blowing and going before you retired.
Blowing and going.
If you were fighting Mayweather in his prime, what would you do? What is your strategy?
5-second knockout.
Boom. You just go in and just play.
He wouldn't last 5 seconds with me. He wouldn't last 30 seconds. He's a little guy. I'm a heavyweight. Mayweather weighs.
Look at the guys that look down on those featherweights. Look at you, feather fuck.
No, I'm just saying I'm a heavyweight. It's not a fair comparison because he's a little guy. He's
I don't
not.
know anything about boxing.
Yeah, he's 147 pounds. I'm 255 pounds.
Would he bounce off?
He weighs as much as my leg.
So then, All right, yeah. Now I want to imagine this fight. I want to see like the force of your punch just like go right through his face. That'd be awesome.
He would just.
How tall is McGregor? 6'3"?
No. Is he? No way. I stood next to him. He looks like he's like maybe 5'11", 6 foot, maybe.
I thought. Well, he's taller than Mayweather.
Yeah, but Mayweather's like.
I don't know. 6'3" was just a guess.
I'm saying he's like.
Is that your ideal height for a man?
If I could wear heels, yeah. That's
Okay.
the ideal height. Yeah.
You like Irish guys?
Actually, no, I don't. Because I'm Irish myself, so I know how crazy it all get.
Do you like
together?
Do you like the bangers and mash?
God. Yeah, no, actually half my family, like one side is all Irish, so I'm used to like the crazy
Can you drink whiskey?
fighting Irish. Can I? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I never actually got into whiskey though until I lived in downtown Chicago, because that's where a lot of the really good whiskey drinks are.
I never got into whiskey, but whiskey always got into me.
A show pave the way to the next whiskey bar. Okay. Politics. Farron, it's your turn to take over the show.
Yeah,
Russia.
let's go
Russia.
change.
You want to talk about Russia?
Russia. All right, first of all, you have to prove that fucking email shows there was absolute collusion between the campaign and Russia.
It's a false narrative.
It's not a false narrative.
It's a complete false narrative.
Fake news.
They wanted information so badly they were willing to take it from anybody.
Listen, they're pushing the narrative so much because they cannot stand the fact that Trump is anti-globalist.
I have a
okay,
feeling
you gotta understand
that's the point.
No, you gotta understand. First of all, this is not surface level politics. So you gotta get in the muddy water. You gotta understand who's funding all this, which is Soros. The other part of the elite.
Is nothing about.
What do you mean?
There is no cabal. There is
there is.
There is no. Elite
you don't
group
think
of
there's
people.
powerful men with money in the world controlling all this?
But I think there's.
You don't understand.
I think there's other rich people just as rich and trying to change.
There are people who have billions and billions of dollars
that have
who
the
want
Koch
to
brothers.
see this.
They want to.
They're part of the funding of Hillary Clinton. They're part of Soros is part of the funding of Hillary Clinton. Don't you understand?
I think they fight each other. I think they all fight each other. And I don't think there's anyone that's winning.
There is a cabal. Do you know what the Bilderberg group is? Do you know what the Committee of 300 is?
Yeah.
Do you know who they are? You don't. You don't. You're just saying you don't know. You don't.
No, I don't believe in conspiracies. I am not.
Do you know what the Federal Reserve is? This is not conspiracies. These are facts. What's the Federal Reserve?
The Federal Reserve is the centralized banks that we have.
Who runs it?
The government does.
No, it doesn't. You're wrong. Boom. You're already wrong.
All right.
You already don't know.
Farron, you want to take over?
No, the Federal Reserve is run by elite families.
Who's gonna win it?
There's facts. There's facts, and for some reason, every time I argue politics, it's always surface level politics. No one ever goes deeper than that. They're right here, and I have to stay there with them. I go down here, and I'm talking about real things. Who runs the Federal Reserve? You can't even answer that. It's bullshit. It's like I can't even argue with someone that can't answer that.
Well, but it's
there's no debate.
How do you have such clear evidence? That
it's a fact. Go look it up. Go research. Go look who. It's a private entity. It's not even audited by the government. They give money to the government for bonds. Okay, it's run by 8 families. Families, a private entity. It's as Federal Express.
I just wish I passed economics in high school so I could like.
All right, well then let's not talk about politics because I go really deep into this shit. Like, I mean, seriously, I'm not. Everyone says this. Everyone says this about David. He's crazy. It's because they don't understand me. They don't understand the level of intellect I have in politics. It's deeper than just the surface level, shallow water. It's deep, man. There's people with big money. There's an elite cabal that want to see a socialized world, one world system. They're on the way to do it. Hillary Clinton was the last chess move. Donald Trump moved in and it was a wedge. That's why everyone hates him. That's why the media is after him. That's why everyone's after Donald Trump, because he drove a wedge and brought in nationalism against globalists. That's the only reason the MSM, which is the mainstream media, is going after Trump. And that's why I started my own media company, is to fight against this crap. Because I'm sick of the mainstream.
Is all media mainstream media, though?
Most media...
Like, wouldn't you be considered mainstream media?
No, I'm alternative. I'm not on that. I'm not even on their radar. People... What's happening now, though, is clickbait and shock factor. Like, people are putting out crap articles to get clickbait or to get the shock factor, making up stories so they can get ratings. Okay? CNN has been caught many, many times, and they're very guilty of it, of being putting actors in front of the cameras and saying this is real news when it's fake. They're on their last leg.
I don't think...
Well, and this is where I think...
And Fox can be guilty of it too. I just haven't seen any... You know, I'm not saying I'm for Fox. I'm not saying I'm for Fox at all. Fox is just as guilty as CNN. To me, they're both fake news. One's gearing towards the Republicans, one's the Democrats. You got to understand, the Democrats and Republicans are both controlled by follow the dollar, the money system. The people that fund these networks, which is 6 corporations that fund the whole damn thing, 6 families.
Well, that's where I think you have, as someone who has majored in journalism and who has studied this for a long time and has been a journalist now for 10 years, it's one of those things where it's really hard to watch the state of journalism, because back in the day it was one of those things where it was speaking truth to power, and it wasn't where, you know, for example, Walter Cronkite, people still have no idea whether he voted Democrat or Republican, and that's the way that it should be. Because people should be able to have that right to go to whatever news source they want, or any anchor or whatever, and watch them and feel like they're actually getting the full truth. Well, whereas when you watch CNN and you watch Fox, everybody knows which way the wind is blowing by now. However, you might have stories that never appear on CNN. You'll have stories that maybe never appear on Fox, so people aren't getting the full truth. And that's the one thing that I think is the biggest problem in today's day and age, is that people aren't getting the full truth.
Let me say one thing. You're an anchor. Mm-hmm. You can't call someone an illegal alien. You have to call them a dreamer. Am I right? When you read the news, they put the teleprompter in front of you. They're gonna put lingo and language that you have to abide to.
Well, alien is a term that's now technically
derogatory.
It's well, no, I'm trying to remember when it all changed, but I can say illegal immigrant. I can say a dreamer. Well, and dreamer though is specifically for
a little more politically correct.
No, it's for the DREAM Act,
it's
the
for
deferred,
kids.
the DACA, the deferred action.
So then you have to use that terminology more so.
When it's a kid that comes here for college that's from Mexico or from another country, that's what they're called, a dreamer for the DREAM Act.
And of course, he's a dreamer. Who's paying for his college?
That's a good question.
We are the taxpayers.
But
just
but then he becomes a citizen and a doctor that
really?
eventually.
Now, you know, have you ever seen the model that they actually? Gosh, I wish I could have brought it on with me. There's a model that shows the breakdown of the illegal and the legal, right? Which everyone should be legal, right? Do we agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, well then there's no argument there, but showing how the illegal makes their money under the table and sends money back to Mexico, doesn't have to pay taxes. The legal having to pay all the taxes, all the insurance, all the fees, everything that he has to pay, and he's getting raped and this illegal citizen or illegal alien or immigrant is getting away with getting away with everything. Oh, listen, I'm for immigration. I want immigration. I just think it needs to be legal. Everyone needs to pay their share.
Should be legal.
Well, there's
so why is Donald Trump wrong in that?
You do have the illegal immigrants that come and they do, like you said, they go under the radar. But then there's one, like for a case in Granger, Indiana, which was my old market near South Bend. You might guys have heard the story where the woman voted for Trump and said she was all pro-Trump, and then her husband got deported like 2 months later, and she voted for Trump. Her husband was under...
the guy that worked at a restaurant or something?
Yeah, he owned the restaurant. It was in Granger, Indiana. I've actually eaten there multiple times.
He had a long time to become legal.
Indiana.
Right, but it was one of those things where he was going, and he was following through all the paperwork, but he was paying taxes, he was doing all of that. So, I mean, that's where you do see the line get divided, where people are saying, well, and this is the problem is the immigration system right now needs to be reformed like no other, because you have people that are flying under the radar, not paying taxes. You do have people that are still illegal, but that are paying the taxes, but they're just sitting here waiting because it's taking forever.
Yeah, and of course there's some gray area and everything. Yeah, and honestly, like I would hate to see those people deported. Make them legal. If they're already paying taxes and they're doing what.
Well, that was the Dreamer Act. That's why they did.
Then they should be legal. I mean, I'm just against people coming here and taking advantage of the system.
Yeah,
that's
trying to game it. Yeah,
there's some scumbags coming here, man.
Well, there was just a story last night out of Omaha where it was an illegal immigrant who had been deported 7 times and was drinking and had 12 beers and then got behind the wheel of a car and then crashed and killed a father of 3 who was a legal immigrant from Mexico. They both were from Mexico.
Legal citizens do that too. The thing is that what I'm trying to say is you can't just start putting this on that type of people and this on that type of people. What I'm saying is it's just really simple. Just do it the legal way and get here legally and become a legal citizen.
Well, but people come here for all sorts of different reasons. Like you can't, that is the way.
But I shouldn't have to pay for it. Well, and neither should you or anybody who's paying taxes. I don't want to pay. That's robbery. I mean, that's a crime.
As a country. We take the stance that, okay, we understand that people will flow from one country to another. We just need to see how to make it as legal as possible, but it will still happen.
Yeah, but still, you've got to have boundaries. And listen, I know people think the wall is an extreme, but I don't. But I do also think...
A physical wall?
You already have one.
No. I think if they were to put the right laws in place to make people, which he's already doing, but yeah, the wall. I'm kind of back and forth on it because I see how it can help, but I know that you're going to be stopping the migrant families that are coming here, the poor families. You're not going to really be stopping drugs because those guys are one step ahead of everybody.
Yeah,
and that you got to stop.
They're still using the bridges and trucks. They're just getting it through.
And tunneling. So that needs to be fixed. I mean, that problem right there. Like there has to be some kind of technology that can detect the tunneling systems. And listen, man, these drug dealers are so creative. Like they'll have homing pigeons carrying drugs. You know what I mean? Like they're smart.
There was an article that just came out that.
Well, that much cocaine makes you have ideas. Man.
Yeah.
they were just showing the drug cartels last year alone made the same amount of money as Google, and it was like $29 billion.
There you go. I'm telling you, like
a
so
huge
creative.
internet company, the company. I mean, you even say Google it. You know, I mean, and they're making the same amount
And people
of money.
that are saying like, oh, when the Border Patrol has a big pop and it's like, whoa, we just confiscated all these kilos. I'm like, that's what they need to have sacrifices. The drug cartels, they need to let some things get popped here and there because they're in with certain people in the government that have to show records of like, hey, we're actually doing our job. Mm-hmm. They sacrifice loads like that. That's proven. That everybody knows that. You know what I mean? So they'll let certain semis get popped just so that they save face. Because they got to please the people here that are buying the crap. You see what I'm saying? So there's corruption on both sides. It's a big money making racket, you know. So
there is a lot at stake and there's a lot going on. But I think we're gonna have to leave it there.
Oh no, you're getting scared.
I'm getting really scared.
You're getting scared because last week.
I'm not getting scared. I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, I want to go eat. So.
Well, here's one question.
Also, you've got some internal bleeding going on.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure.
Here's one question that you asked me that we didn't follow up with. What does it say?
A note has just gotten shoved under the door that says, "This shit is lit."
This shit is lit.
Signed Buzz, Lisa, and Joanna.
Okay, so last week when I was on the show.
Hey, let's talk about Lisa for a moment.
Okay.
You know Lisa pretty well, don't you, David?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are buds.
How do you know Lisa?
Why you put me on the spot like that?
Oh, show me the way to the next.
What the hell, Scott?
All right, everyone, let's wrap this up.
Wow.
What did you say about my shirt earlier?
Flash.
Oh.
See, I think that looks like white power. Just kidding.
Oh, the power of that white.
No, this is white
Look,
power.
he's all paranoid now.
That's
Yeah.
white power.
Oh, that's white power. Yeah.
I wear it because I'm fast, but I'm thorough.
Oh, hello.
All right. Well, thank you very much for checking out
Hey,
the
and everyone
AfterBuzz.
check out Borderland Alternative.
I want to
Media.
say thank you very much, Miss Farron Franzak with News Channel 9 and Mr. David Rodriguez of Borderland Media.
Alternative Media.
Alternative Media. Give the whole title again.
It's called BAM, Borderland Alternative Media, and we are now getting our own studio in Austin, Texas. We're excited about that.
There you go. Check it out, guys. You can also check out Scott Lewis tonight at my open mic. 6513 North Mason Street, a Royal Wings Bar and Grill. If anybody wants to come out, do some comedy or music, Scott is one of our mainstays. Does guitar every week and is really good at it.
Oh, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, please come tonight. I'm really funny. So, anyways, with that out of the way, thank you very much. Have a good night.